Well, hi everyone, good afternoon. It is a beautiful Monday afternoon. It is the 13th of December, 2021. I'm at Eastern Avenue and maybe you can see it. Hopefully the street sign to the north says Sumac Street. Then there's Eastern Avenue, and then to the south it says Cherry Street. So we are walking south on Cherry Street. My plan for today's walk is to check out the Distillery District. Last time I was here, I think I was here maybe for a brief time since the pandemic, but I know the last time I actually spent time in the Distillery District was December 2019. And I was with my friend Catherine. You may remember Catherine from a video of, I think, last February or last March. Anyhow, we came down here to the Distillery District to just check out all the shops. I was looking for Christmas presents. And so I left home this morning about 9:45, and when I left home it was, I think, 4 out. Now it is it's a lot warmer, so I just left the shelter, and now I want to record this distillery walk. Now I think I did come down here for a walk because it looks familiar to me. So I apologize. I know where the camera is angling right now. That is clearly an old historic building that probably is under renovation based on the surrounding supporting structure. But that used to be a restaurant years ago. David and I used to cycle down here before these condo developments were up, and this was kind of a, I don't know, a less than desirable neighborhood back in the day. So we would just cycle through just to get onto Lakeshore, the Lakeshore path, to head down to Cherry Beach. So lots of construction going on. I hope everyone's doing well, had a good weekend. Hopefully before this video is posted, I post the other videos that I did in Miami, and then I did another video on the weekend. The thing about recording walks, at least for me, I like the recording part. I don't like the editing part. So I get just a bit delinquent to sit down and edit and then publish. David helps certainly with the publishing part, but I have to edit it, and you know, I do like to talk and walk. I don't necessarily like to sit down and watch myself talking through a walk. But can't have one without the other. So I apologize, I've been delinquent in posting videos, but they are there. They're just waiting to be edited. I am going to sneak across, actually. This road is closed. So these buildings have been here for a very long time. This is obviously new. This is all new. What you're seeing where the camera is angling, this wasn't here 10 years ago. And then, like I said, I don't remember what was here exactly. I just remember it was kind of not a nice place to be by yourself. It's one thing to cycle through it to get to an endpoint, but not to spend any time in this neighborhood. Now look at it. Like, wow, 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 wow. Wow. Nice. And the Distillery District it's a real high point for tourists and locals, of course. But whenever we have people visiting and staying with us, whoops. I just realized my camera was angled incorrectly. I apologize. Yeah, every time people stay with us from out of town, we typically bring them down here because it's such a nice atmosphere here. Now, I'm going to try and angle the camera up just a bit, and you can see in the distance the top of the CN Tower. This is a good place to shop, particularly this time of year. Now, I just want to get some information out of my pocket here. All right, here we are. So I'm just going to read you a little bit about the Distillery District here in Toronto. It says that it's a pedestrian-only distillery district set in quaint 19th century buildings that once housed a large whiskey distillery. It draws crowds to its cobblestone-lined streets and hip indie restaurants. Now, I've only been to a couple of the restaurants, but there was maybe one or two that were more indie-like, but then there are some that are a little bit more mainstream. It says here that art lovers come for the galleries, the outdoor sculptures and dance, music and stage performance at the area's several theaters. In December, the annual Toronto Christmas market takes over the streets. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. The camera's got a bit of tood. So the Soul Pepper. This is one of the theaters. Soul Pepper Theater. So when I left the house this morning, I forgot to put on gloves, and I was really worried that when it came time to record in the afternoon, like I'm doing now, my hands would be frozen, but it's beautiful out right now. And I'm surprised how busy it is, actually. I don't expect to be this busy on a Monday. And it can get really congested here in the summer on the weekends. It's just a really fun vibe. It's a cool vibe coming down here. So it is really quite busy. And it's nice to see that people are out shopping and enjoying this cool community. I remember eating here once, but it was a different restaurant at the time, and it looked different on the inside. Like those lighting fixtures up above there, they weren't there. There was something else there, I don't remember what. And it was almost like, what I remember, the seating was almost wicker-like, but with cushions, couch-like almost. I'm sure it's changed hands a few times. And there's often outdoor vendors here selling their wares, like soaps and candles and organic stuff. And this is a Love Lock. What's the word I'm looking for? Not memorial, that sounds morbid. But a Love Lock display where people write their names and on their locks. And you can see how many there are here. Oh, it's just so nice to see. So nice to see. Isn't that nice? So on the weekends, the winter festival or the winter display is active. You can see a lot of the outdoor displays or vendors are shut. Probably just open up on the weekends. Now this building here, coming up, it says Spirit House Toronto, and it looks like it's a restaurant now. But back when this first opened up, I think it opened up, oh gosh, what was it, 2000 and, I think it was 2006 maybe, 2005. So this used to be a spa. It was called Oasis, and how I remember that is because it had just opened up. Can I say hi? Hi, monkey. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, I guess the camera scares her. Cute little dog. Yeah, so it was, and how I remember that name is because I actually came here for a spa treatment, a bit of self-indulgence, and that was probably 2006, 2007. And I remember the name of the spa was called Oasis. It was beautiful inside. It was like breathtakingly beautiful. And I remember the name of it because there was a spa originated, I think, in Calgary called Oasis, and this was one of their spas. But it didn't last long. It did not last long. Very, very luxe. And that was back in my corporate days, and every so often I would self-indulge in being pampered. It's a bit of a stress relief. Now I find better ways to relieve the little bit of stress that I have in my life now. Yeah, so those locks that we saw, they're called love locks. I just see the signage right posted there. It is so nice out right now. It's a bit breezy, so I apologize if you are hearing wind noise. I am not going to go into any of the shops with my camera, but we're just going to walk around and look at this beautiful little community here. A little shopping mecca. And here's a beautiful Christmas tree. Who are these people? And we will pretty. So I just have a couple of more gifts to get, and then I'm done. Done. Oh, that's a neat little hat store, hat and glove store. Nice, cute. Thompson Laundry Gallery. I don't think I've ever been in there. Oh, this is nice. Oh, and you can rent Segways here. I think Segways are pretty popular in this neighborhood during the summer because you can go along the bike trail with those things, I think, and make your way along the water. So you can see these little kiosks here are shut now, but I'm sure they are open on the weekend. So here are condos. It must be pretty cool, I would think, living in such a cool little area. I wonder how noisy it would be, though. Getting a little bit of attitude from my gimbal. I'm having to use both hands to manage it, which is not fun. Oh, this is nice. This heart installation, that is nice. Oh, this is like a home decor store. That looks pretty bougie, doesn't it? Nice things though, nice things. Oh, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but look at this gorgeous dog, little guy. He's so cute. Oh, I was playing with puppies today. Oh, they are just so special. Okay, I am going to shut the camera off and then I'm going to pick up a little later down this alleyway because we've already seen it. So I will be right back. Okay folks, I am back. Here is the John Food Vlog shop. It's really kind of cool in there actually. Those shoes are really interesting and different. I have a pair of those shoes, actually a bootie. They're good, pretty good for walking, not great. A little bit too narrow. for long distance walking, too narrow for my feet rather. A little bit of, I can do a little bit of walking, but I can't do distance in those booties. So here's a parking lot. Yeah, this parking lot's always been here. Because I kind of discovered the Distillery District because I went through, I think, some major renovation. I think that's when the shops came in, if I'm not mistaken, in the earlier part of the 2000s. Oh, look at the kids, cute little kids. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there's some cute kid stuff in there. Roots. Oh, this is an oldie. And the tires are actually inflated, so I guess this truck actually still moves. Maybe not on its own juice, but maybe it gets pulled.
My mom thinks that
the tires look a bit cracked. That's cool, huh? Cool. Yeah, I think that's the Gardner Expressway up there. Not sure, but it's a major expressway up there, east-west. Connects on onto the Don Valley. Oh, there's underground parking here? I didn't know that. I mean, I don't only ever come down here on foot or by bike, but I didn't know this underground parking was here. That's good to know. There's that outdoor parking right straight ahead. And you can see the Toronto downtown skyline too. It's beautiful. I've been down here so many times and I didn't know that. I didn't know about this underground parking. Obviously not terribly observant. Or maybe because, you know what, sometimes I won't notice something if it's not something I'm thinking about. So maybe if I was driving a car, if I was driving my car down here, I'd look for parking. I might have paid attention to that or known that that existed there, but yeah, I've been down here more on bike and on foot than I have in a vehicle. Huh. That's the peace sign, folks. That's Boomer Girl walking. That's a nice condo too. That's nice. But again, I wonder how noisy it is here in the summer when all the outdoor cafes are open and people are out and about having a good time. Okay, it looks like we're back on Cherry Street. Yeah, so to the south there is Lakeshore. Either Lakeshore West or East. Now we're heading north on Cherry Street. So it looks like a streetcar track right there across the street. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but it's there. So folks, I do apologize if the video angles are off. I'm not sure why my gimbal is behaving the way it is. It can't be the user. That's impossible. It's gotta be the technology, right? Right. So when I turn the camera, I have to use both hands. And the thing with the camera, I have a GoPro and then the gimbal, and you place the GoPro in the spokes of the gimbal and helps direct the camera and keeps everything nice and smooth. But for some reason, the gimbal is giving me a bit of attitude. So it might be angled weirdly sometimes, so I apologize for that. So it says here road closed, but not to pedestrians, so let us walk. This is Mill Street. We are on Mill Street. And so this is the north end of the Distillery shopping area. Let's see. It's nice, right, to see this historic brick structure lining the street. You know what, there's probably a lot of filming done in this neighborhood. Like, you know, TV and movie filming, I would suspect, because it would work well for period pieces. So I'm on my way home, and I think I don't think I'll walk the way to Bloor. What time is it? It's about 3 in the afternoon, and I've been out all day. I don't feel like walking an hour and a half home, so I think I'll walk part way and then I'll hop on the subway. Oh, we've been watching two things. We watched the first 2 episodes of the new Sex and the City called Just Like That. Don't want to give anything away, but it's not what I expected. I'm never displeased with any Sex and the City movies, I loved the series. The movies I liked, didn't love, and this now new series is different. I like seeing that they're filming women of a certain age and celebrating that. But yeah, there was a couple of surprises that took both David and I back a bit. Anyhow, we're both anxious to watch the rest of it. And we also watched, I think it's called Let It Be. There's a documentary about the Beatles. I think it's Netflix. And I think Sex and the City is HBO. And the Let It Be, I think, is Netflix. I could be wrong, but anyhow, it's certainly very fascinating. It shows the Beatles when they were young, like this is the 60s, and and they're just jamming, and you can see who the contributions of the different band members, and certainly Paul McCartney's the one that stood out the most to be the major contributor. He seemed to do a lot of the direction, and he was certainly, as David pointed out, sort of the leader almost of the band. But it was him and John that did most of the talking during this documentary. So what it was is the guys were just like playing, jamming, creating songs right there. You can watch them create, which was really amazing. That was the coolest part. And John and Paul were the ones that did the majority of the creation. You can see Yoko Ono, who is John Lennon's wife, she's there, like every scene, like every step of the way, but she's just sitting there. I'm not sure she's taking notes or what she's doing. I haven't really made that determination. I think she's just kind of sitting there, but anyhow, so it's some guy filming filming the Beatles during a song developments, and Hey Jude is in there, and all songs that you're going to know if you are familiar with the Beatles music. So that was really good, super good. There were parts in it when they're just jamming and creating, and then sort of backtracking and then rewriting. So that I got distracted during those parts because they were, to me, a little bit boring. I shouldn't say that, right? That's probably sacrilege that I said that. But yeah, that's just my take. David sat and watched every second. And they were preparing song content for an outdoor concert that they wanted to do, and that they ended up doing on the rooftop of where they were recording. And that was interesting, on a rooftop. So if you have the chance to see that and you're interested to kind of get behind the scenes with the Beatles, that's a good documentary to watch. Alrighty. What does this say? Toronto's first Parliament building, 1798. So so Front Street to Simcoe Street. Okay, because I'm not sure which ones they were talking about. Okay, we're at the Esplanade now. The Esplanade on Hahn Place. That's a cool little corner down here. It's quite cool down here. Wow, look at that beautiful white furry dog. Nice. No ball playing between 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. Quiet hours. Well, that makes sense, right? That makes sense. Wow, it's really quiet and calm and peaceful right here. I am walking westbound right now. I'm sure it's going to get a lot noisier, but I will end that video before then. Market Lane Public School, junior and senior high school. Ah, I did not know this was here. Aha. And the Lawrence Community Rec Center, right beside it. The number 65 bus going westbound. This is a one-way street for motorized vehicles, but there's also a two-way, I think, bike lane? Must be a two-way. It is nice down here. Seems like a really cool, hip neighborhood. Oh, another corner being built here on this corner. The corner of Princess Street and the Esplanade. That's the northwest corner. No occupants yet. It's brand spanking new. Still under construction. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to cost a pretty penny. I'm sure they'll be beautiful. Well, folks, this is the end of my distillery walk. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. This is Boomer Girl Walking, signing off.